Hey everybody, and welcome back to First Time Watch Fridays here on Horror Film Lovers. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and yeah, we're here to do a another popular movie. So this is popular month on August, you know, and I decided to do a Amityville movie. And as you probably might know if you've seen this movie, it's not really an Amityville movie. So one day I'll have to really do an actual movie that has something to do with Amityville in it. But nowadays there are a lot of knockoffs. There are a lot of movies that say they're Amityville movies, but really aren't. They're just Amityville by name. Um, this is one of them. So it's called Amityville Witches or Witches of Amityville Academy or Witches of Amityville or I don't know, probably five other names. But this was done in the UK. And I actually generally like the people that produce these movies. And the guys who do it, like Scott Jeffries and Rebecca Matthews and that company of people generally have a lot of fun and make movies that I enjoy. This movie was okay. It's not terrible. I give it like on my Letterboxd, I give it like 3 stars. And I gave it 3 stars because it's not a terrible movie by any stretch of the imagination. Like this isn't like, oh my God, this is awful. The people that say that kind of stuff, sometimes I wonder if they've ever seen a B movie, like this isn't that bad. It felt more like Buffy meets The Craft. And that's kind of how I described it in my Letterboxd. It's Buffy meets The Craft. It's a movie where there's I guess 2 competing academies, I want to say, and she gets invited to one. They find out that that's the bad academy, and they're going to use her as like to help. They're going to sacrifice somebody, then help bring back this demon, and they're going to use her power, and she doesn't realize she has all this power, and then the good academy kind of takes her away. And I'm like, are they really academies? Like, it's just houses. It's like just a house, there's like no real school. So it's kind of weird. And I would have been a little creeped out had I been going to an academy that the first 5 seconds when you're supposed to go there, they say, oh, you need to walk through the woods. We can't even get to it through a car. I'm like, for 5 minutes, you walk 5 minutes through the woods and you'll get to it. I'm like, wait, what? No. I would not do that. Like, I don't know my way around the woods. Like, you could get eaten by an animal out there. You don't know what's going, like, who agrees to do that? Like, and what academy wouldn't tell them that? Of course they're witches, and that's the whole thing. But like, that was a strange like setup, it was probably like they found a house that was in the middle of nowhere by the woods that has no driveway or whatever, and they're like, yeah, let's just make that the thing. But anyway, all in all, I first fell in love with Sarah T. Cohen in a movie I think it was called Hellcat, and she's such a great actress. Like, I love her. I follow her on Instagram. I like all the shit she's doing. So I'm an Uber fan. So when I say these things, like when I say I'm not the hugest fan of this movie or something, it's not because they did a terrible job. In fact, all the actors in this movie had a fun time, and you could tell. I think it was all actresses too, which, if this were America, people would be like, oh, you're woke for doing that movie. But no, not these people. They did it was a fun and entertaining movie. It had some moments where I was sort of like, okay, this is pretty cool. Like, I'm enjoying watching them fight each other and stuff. Then it sort of slowed down kind of halfway through, and I was like, I hope they pick up the pace a little bit. And then they did, and then it got back to normal, and kind of it had a good like third act. I really liked the demon. And I liked the only problem I had with the demon, and spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this movie, please go see it. It's on Tubi, it's free. you have no reason not to go watch it. And I do recommend going and watching it. But the only thing I did not like about the demon was like the you could see his human face, right? And at times, but they like put makeup that made him look like gross and stuff or whatever, and like a demon like in the halfway through, except like the mouth and the nose and the, you know what I mean? And I'm like, why would they just do the whole thing like that and just make him look demon like? Why do they have to make him look half human, half demon? I didn't get it. If there was something in the movie that I totally just didn't get, then please let me know in the bottom in the comments, because I just didn't get that. But aside from that, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed I don't know, the all the stuff with the witches, both camps, you know. I kind of wish that there had been just maybe more backstory kind of thing. Like, we don't really know too much. We kind of know just what's sort of told to Sarah's character, Jessica, I think was her name. But we don't really know too much more than that. We know that she was that she has this power and she doesn't even realize how powerful she is. And that's sort of a big thing with these movies is, you know, the people don't realize how much power that they have until, you know, people point it out to them. So I like that. But all in all, I mean, I don't know. I kind of enjoyed what they did with this movie. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the sort of funness of it. Like, I felt like they were enjoying themselves and having fun, and I felt like that showed on the camera. I've been watching these movies where, and I'll be talking about them too, where there just wasn't enough fun in it, and it sort of took me out of the movie. I don't like it when the people are just taking everything so freaking seriously and everything. And this movie had some serious moments, but mostly it was them, you know, exploring their powers and chanting and doing all these things and setting up for a potential sequel, which I wouldn't be surprised, because those guys are cranking out sequels. They got like sequels to like Jack and Jill and like bunch of different ones. There's a lot. And you know, I've been a fan of theirs since I first started watching all their movies, and I like what they're doing. I like that they have their own little indie studio out in you know, UK, and that they just keep cranking out these movies. As you know, if they keep cranking them out, I'm gonna keep watching them. There's just so many. It's like that dude started like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, Scott Jeffries, and now all of a sudden, like, it's nothing but movies after movies after movies. So good for them. Let them keep doing it. Let them keep having their fun. I'll keep watching them. Some I bet are a little bit better than others, you know, but this one I definitely felt like had moments. Oh, when I said there was no males, there was that, as far as I know, like the cab driver or whatever the guy brought him. But aside from that, really the main focus was the demon himself. But like mainly it was women. And this movie was definitely a girl power type movie, and I really enjoyed that. So if I were you guys and you haven't seen it yet, or you're wondering what to watch, definitely check it out. I mean, I don't think I said anything too spoilery. You know, you'll see by the movie. I mean, some of it's sort of old hat, so you sort of know where things are going to go, and you know, it still is an enjoyable movie. I would have loved to see this as maybe even a TV series or something, you know, where maybe they'll do a spinoff someday of a TV series of Witches of Amityville. Maybe they'll call it something else. I don't like the Amityville title in it. Just feels tacked on to it because it has nothing to do with Amityville itself. If they had something that was from Amityville there, and they're like, oh, hi, this is from Amityville, you know, this is, you know, I would get it. Or if they were shot in New York and they called it, you know, Amityville. But or Amityville in the UK. I don't know, whatever, but they'd have to explain that. So they didn't. And so I feel like that title, Amityville, was kind of tacked on um, because because the people wanted an Amityville movie. That was it. So anyway, if you like witches, you like Amityville, I guess, whatever, you want to watch all the Amityville movies, this would be it for you. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And join me next week for a brand new episode of First Time Watch Fridays. All right. See you, everybody. Bye.